I'm Bailey Bates. Here are your headlines from Central Texas. Just about every road across Central Texas was iced over by Sunday morning, and I-35 was especially dangerous as drivers used it to travel the entire state. Statewide, TxDOT used about 3.5 million gallons of brine to pre-treat those roads. Here in the Waco Temple Killeen area, TxDOT crews began pre-treating roads with brine on Wednesday, days before the freeze and before Friday's rain.
I don't think it's too early, but it's part of a strategy to get down brine on the roadway and work around the precipitation and forecast. We've seen brine help us out, whether it be just putting it down on the roadway, or even now we're using brine to shoot and cut or break up some of the ice, so that helps as well.
TxDOT has urged people to stay off the roads. In addition to that, TxDOT is asking drivers for space for them to work when they are on the road over the next few days. In Waco, near Baylor University, students took the opportunity to make some fun out of the icy roads. Student Josiah Webb said he's used to road conditions like these back home in Kansas and made sure his truck was prepared to handle this weekend's winter weather.
Yeah, definitely. If you keep it under about 20 miles an hour, you're not going to lose control unless you take turns real fast. It's difficult to brake, but other than that, I feel real safe out there. I'm not sure how people in front-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive vehicles feel, but mine is definitely, I got good tires on mine, so mine is definitely one of the safer ones out here.
All right, he's confident. Webb added he is not planning on driving anywhere far in the next couple of days to make sure he is as safe as possible, and noted he would stay off the highway until conditions do get better. Meantime, some Baylor students attached a rope to the back of their pickup truck while the kid on the sled held on to the other end of the rope and the driver took off. The students say the turns were the most fun as they tend to fly off. Some even went airborne or lost a hat while flying down the street. Some students did not sit on a sled, but instead decided to stand on their own 2 feet. Parents, check in with your Baylor students. Make sure all their limbs are attached. Students say they wanted to do a fun activity in the snow, and it all started with an idea that has some science behind it.
This is the engineering dorm over here. Engineers were very creative. You know, we understand the friction, how the 2x4 slides against the snow. Yeah, we got a great driver. Yeah. We just decided to have some fun today. We were getting up to 30 miles per hour. It's so fun. It's like tubing, except like on snow and way more dangerous. Yeah. We just decided to have some fun today. You know, better than staying inside playing video games while it's snowing.
Definitely some traffic violations in that one too. Please stay safe, y'all. Over in Killeen, the city and local organizations were helping their communities stay safe with a warm meal, blankets, and a place to stay. Here's Sydney Walker.
For Central Texas Warming Centers, the priority is protecting the 4 Ps: pets, pipes, plants, and people.
We definitely see a higher number of population coming in.
Jonathan Weems, the shelter manager at Friends in Crisis, is working hard to protect Killeen's community. When we spoke to Weems around noon on Saturday, they were already at capacity.
Accepting extra donations for food, things like that. That way we're able to prepare for the larger numbers of people.
They're operating with a higher amount of staff and are continuing to accept donations to meet the increased demand.
You know, we've been accepting a lot of blankets in, gloves, all that stuff, making sure we have stuff for the individuals that don't necessarily want to stay inside the whole time.
For those who need help, Weems says resources are available.
If you do not have transportation, contact KPD, get somewhere warm.
And that was Sydney Walker reporting. Those are your headlines, your winter weather headlines from Central Texas.